The big event is going to start at any moment here. The opening of the Time Capsule that's allegedly located underneath this monument. We are currently downtown Framingham here, outside of the Memorial Building. My name's Juan the Pigeon. This is your local pigeon speaking. And cut.
Hey, you know what they're doing over there?
Get your finger in the shot there. That ain't right. Bike life. That's the arcade here. This one will be opened next month. Two time capsules here at the Framingham Memorial Building. That's it. Unveiling coming up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're done.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Tucker. I'm the Executive Director of the Framingham History Center and also co-chair of the 325th Anniversary Committee alongside Susan Petroni. It is my honor to welcome you to our official Time Capsule opening this evening. I would like to begin with a land acknowledgement. As we celebrate 325 years of history, diversity, and vibrancy in Framingham, we take a moment to acknowledge the deeper roots of this region. First, we recognize that the City of Framingham is part of the ancestral homelands of the Nipmuc, the freshwater people. We acknowledge the historical legacy of colonialism and racism by honoring and respecting the land. We likewise acknowledge and honor the traditions of all people indigenous to this community, to what is currently known as the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. including the Nipmuc, Pinnacle, Pecumtuck, Mohican, Massachusetts, Nauset, and Wampanoag. This event is part of a year-long celebration that highlights Framingham's unique journey, from its establishment in 1700 to its dynamic, diverse present. Together, we honor the past, celebrate today, and look forward to the future as one community. And now, while this seems like a simple event, it actually involved a great many people, both past and present. I would like to thank the 325th Anniversary Committee and co-chair Susan Petroni, as well as the 325th Historical Subcommittee for the tremendous work preparing for today. And I'd also like to thank the 300th Anniversary Committee, who laid the foundation for this a quarter century ago, literally to the day. Thank you to the City of Framingham, including the Department of Facilities Management, for helping us plan this event and the not so small task of digging up the time capsule. And also to the Framingham Public Schools, who will provide the music that they will share later in the program. And a special thanks to our elected officials here today, including Mayor Charlie Sisitsky and City Councilor George King, both of whom you'll hear from shortly, and all councilors, representatives, and other elected officials. And certainly not least, thank you to everyone in attendance, taking time to open a time capsule today. And this is actually a rare moment. We are at the intersection of the past, present, and future. A place, oddly enough, where we always find ourselves, but we rarely find the time to acknowledge it like we're doing today. We'll take a moment to look at the past, literally, as we uncover what's inside the time capsule to my right, and we have an opportunity to start looking to the future as we begin the process of preparing to bury our next time capsules. And at this rare moment, we can consider, what do we reflect about the past? And what do we say to the future? George King, who is chair of the 300th Anniversary Committee, shared during the planning session that he remembers the day that this time capsule was buried in 2000, and thinking forward to the day that it would be opened, which is today. And for those of us 25 years ago, at least the ones who were alive 25 years ago, we can take a moment and think about where we were. Where did we live? What was on our mind? What were our hopes and our challenges, and do we even remember them today? And as an aside, George King also shared with me that he was actually 40 years old exactly when he buried this time capsule. And I found that to be a fun coincidence because I too happen to be 40 years old this year as well. So George provided me a rare opportunity to think ahead about this place and this time in the decades in the future. The recording of this time capsule opening with all of you here today will actually be included in our next time capsule that's scheduled to be opened in 2075, which is 50 years ago from now, or 50 years from now, excuse me. What will meet us in the future? Who will be watching this video? And what might be on their minds right now? What challenges are they facing? I also imagine that alongside these challenges, there is hope in the future. Philosopher Byung-Chul Han writes that the subject of hope is a we, it's an us, and that hope is the act of moving towards and creating towards that which is not yet, but together we'll discover, even if we're not sure what will greet us when we arrive. And so I hope that in the future, there are more times for us like this one right now, where we create the time to reflect, where we consider where we've been, and where we're going. And we consider the importance of being together right now. And so now it is my honor to welcome the Walsh Pop Choir for a rendition, very appropriately enough, for the past, present, and future of Remember Me. welcome City Councilor George King for reflections on the 325th and memories of the 300th.
So the reason I get to speak here today is I was chairman of what's called the Tercentennial Commission on 300 Day 25 years ago, and that's when we planted this time capsule on the ground over here, so to speak, 25 years ago today. So I was thinking about it, how to talk about a time capsule. This time itself is kind of talked about. It's an intangible and fascinating concept, and I think that's why we have time capsules, because it allows us to connect time. And some of the observations that I certainly can make is it goes by fast. Memories fade. I remember packing that. I was a town manager also at the time in 2000. I remember packing that time capsule in my office right inside this building. I have no idea what's in that time capsule. It's going to be as surprising to me as anyone else here. I truly could not identify one definite item in there. I also remember envisioning 2025 and what it would look like when we did this in 2000. As we heard just a few minutes ago, I was 40 years old in 2000, so therefore anybody does basic math can figure out how old I am today. And thinking about that at the time was kind of frightening, to be honest with you. That, the open was up 25 years ago, and I went to picture myself being assisted out here available when it came out of the ground. So to some extent I'm happy that I was able to walk myself out here and be here. And I mean that sincerely. So when we packaged these capsules in September, it's a gorgeous September day, very similar day to this. On Sunday we had a live street festival out here, the streets were full, all sorts of people there. Really a wonderful day. In many ways it does. It feels like yesterday you packed those, and 25 years is gone in a flash. But at the same time, it's a long time ago. When we packed that time capsule 25 years ago today, the Patriots never won the Super Bowl, ever. The Red Sox have not won a World Series since 1918. The Twin Towers stood in New York City. We thought forever. There was no Twitter, no Facebook, no iPhones, none of those things 25 years ago when we packed these time capsules. Our world has changed a lot, but some things have not. I think the basic connection has changed. So to me, the concept of time is still elusive. These time capsules are kind of one way just to connect those very distant times, but also very similar. I would like to just quickly recognize those who were on the Tercentennial Commission, as we called it, in 2000. I, as you stated, was the chairman. Our executive committee back then, unfortunately, are all since passed away. Jim Gavin, who was really a leader of city celebrations, town celebrations at the time, passed away that particular year. Dr. Esther Hopkins, who was the treasurer of the committee, and Mary Murphy, who was the clerk of the committee, who was a professor at Framingham State College for many years, were all part of the executive committee. Then we also had Dave Hutchinson, who many people knew was someone very active in Framingham affairs. Patricia Walsh Curley, which is kind of appropriate here today because her father was William Walsh, who the middle school is named after, and who was the town clerk. So William Walsh's father was on our commission in 2000. And Joseph Bradley, who was the town veteran officer. So all those members of the commission have since passed away. So I would just ask for a very brief moment of silence in memory of those people. Thank you. And also I want to recognize everybody and the rest of the committee. We had them, we knew them, and we loved them. Argentina Arias, Rachel Berkowski, Luis Castillo, Jim Egan, who was here somewhere, right over there. He was the city facility director for time capsule, making sure it was extremely difficult to find. But we didn't feel it's money projects there. So Jim has no idea either what's in it, so he says. He has some ideas, but I won't share them. Anyways, also on that committee was John Hutchins, Vernon Johnson, Kathy McCarthy, who was also on the committee in 2000, Michael Menachem, Jim Miller, Tara Ward, who I thought was going to be here tonight, I could not see, and Matthew Zach. So thank you to all those people for being no longer with us. So with that, I appreciate the opportunity to share my thoughts. And this is an interesting and fun day, and I hope that we find some interesting things in this. And thank you very much. And I believe now that we'll turn this over to Mayor Sisitsky for his welcome remarks, and then we can start looking at what's in the time capsule.
Thanks, George. Unlike George, I was just a kid 25 years ago when they did this, so I have no idea what happened 25 years ago. And then what they tell me is that on September 17th, 2000, members of the Framingham Council gathered right here to celebrate our community's 300th anniversary and to leave a gift for the future. 2 time capsules, one open one tonight, and another one's going to be open later on. One was meant to be open today, and the other one remains sealed until our 400th anniversary in the year 2025. I'm sure we'll all be here for that one as well. This afternoon, we'll be on their vision and dedication as we today the capsule that was intended to be open in 2025. Inside are everyday objects and words that capture life at the start of a new century. Remind us where we came from, what we value, and how we imagine the years ahead. A lot has changed since 2000. Back then, Framingham was still a town. Today, we are a thriving city of more than 70,000 residents. It's a vibrant, diverse community with a strong economy, new neighborhoods, and a proud tradition of civic engagement. The transformation from town to city reflects growth, resilience, and a willingness to shape our own future and own our past. As we look back, we also look forward, just as the Jersey County community that treasures for us the 325th celebration parade, chaired by Anna Tucker and Susan Petroni, will be continuing this tradition. And soon, the 325th anniversary committee will carry 2 new celebrations. One will be open for Framinham's 350th celebration in 2050, and another for our 375th anniversary in 2075. And I hope this choir that assembled here today will be back in the future when we open those capsules. You did such a great job. We welcome you back. When the next capsule is going to be open, Framingham will look a lot different than new technologies and new opportunities. The spirit of God is on the Framingham is first in the year 2000, and today will endure a shared commitment to community, to progress, and to well-being. So on behalf of the community, I extend organizing this event and carrying forward a tradition of remembrance and hope. Let's enjoy this moment, explore the memories of 2000, and imagine what the Framingham of the future will be like when we gather here together open the next time capsule. Thank you very much, and George, I guess.
Thank you very much, Mayor Sisitsky. And now comes the grand unveiling. There are archival gloves if you choose to use them, and we will see together what's inside.
pigeon has relocated. Whoa.
Yeah, you can't hear me? This is 300 years of history. The program that was used on September 17th, 2000. This is what George tried to sell to put himself through college. This is Town of Framingham 300th anniversary tour center. Okay. This is part of the fireworks that they had. Star Spangled, celebrating the 300th anniversary of Framingham. Happy birthday, Framingham. Okay. All right, so this is what I predicted. I have one of these in my garage. 1999 annual report and town meeting journal. Okay, good reading. Oh, another great one. This is Town of Framingham annual town meeting warrant and background material for the town meeting of April 25th, 2000. I was a town meeting member back then. I can't tell you how boring these people are. I wonder if any of these articles that were voted on ever got implemented. For the Framingham Police Department, trading cards from all the officers back then. Frank Sello, Scott Brown. Interesting.
I just want to point out, in 2000, these were tough budget times, so therefore we had to find things that weren't that expensive. I just had to keep that in mind. Because I agree, so far it's not too exciting. Right, that's an excellent history of Framingham, and the forward to that book is particularly well written. This is another Framingham. All right, this is another one of our tercentennial memorabilia from 2000. I have no idea what it is. It's a coin. Oh, yeah. This is kind of interesting. It's the business cards of all the laminated business cards of all the town officials at the time. Let off by
Say people still work?
to some extent. There's more things, but there are more things, but I don't know how excited anybody should get.
Remember Downtown Solutions? It's now called Downtown Framingham.
Jimmy, do you want to come up here for a minute? Maybe you can find something a little bit more exciting. Because you really are responsible for most of the stuff, and so far I'm not too impressed. This is a program, this was a pretty interesting program. It's a program from our Civil War encampment, which was part of the 2000 celebration. We had a true Civil War encampment on the Center Common for 3 days straight with reenactors. This is the program. Go away. I don't know what this is. These are some newspaper clippings from our 2000 celebration. This is a little worse for the wear, but not too bad. Jim is here that anything we don't know what it is. Neither do I. Let's see. These are the best photos, probably these in 25 years. Kathy, you wrote this. Do you know what this is? Oh, that would be nice. We have yeah, no, that's excellent. We don't have many photos, so that is really actually probably one of the most valuable things we have here. This is an ad from the newspaper. You might not want to smell it, but if you look at it, coffee was $3.99 a pound, and other things. This was Star Market, 79 cents.
3 pounds of bananas for $1.
Something from the garden club, they have a show.
Sorry, this isn't what it's like.
Brochures of some sort, Francis Actonville brochures.
This thing is stuffed to the brim.
So from the Framingham Girl Scouts, for our Time Capsule, there was a patch. This is the 100-year history or so of the Framingham Historical Society, written in, which is now the Framingham History Center. From the Framingham Historical Society at the time. All right, getting to the bottom. Framingham Adult English Language Program brochure. Oh, now this was good. I still have some of these at home, I believe. We sold all these mugs, Framingham 3. Someone might sell it. Trying to get the blanket. I think there is a nice blanket we made. I think that's what's in here, but I can't quite dig it out yet. Tickets to what?
The Mohegan Sun Blue Fest at Bowditch Field.
Right, those are the tickets. Another memorabilia from History Center, I'm sure. Smelling it, I think we did pretty good to open it now. I hate to see what it's going to be like. Charlotte Dunning School Class of 2000 yearbook. So if you knew anybody in that, anybody know anybody there? Good.
Shout out Zachary Sherman.
This is a T-shirt from the 2000 Tercentennial. Want to try it on, Mr. Mayor?
Zachary Sherman, class of 2000. Dry rot shirt. What? Is that a loaf of bread?
It's not the blanket. It's not maybe a phone book. That's a good idea. Someone suggested that. What is it there, Joe? Looks like a town seal. Looks like miscellaneous things. Maybe we'll let our historians look through and figure out if there's anything important here. I don't think everybody wants to go through every single thing. This book looks interesting. newspaper articles, etc. And last, believe it or not, is the blanket that we sold, which was very nice at the time. However, I wouldn't recommend wrapping yourself up with this blanket, but it we sold a lot of them in 2000. He's opening it up. If any of us have any mysterious illnesses, we'll figure out why. That's good news because. So my only last where'd you go, Jim? You had a lot to do with this, and I understand why you're running away, but I have to admit, 25 years later, it was not quite as exciting as I was hoping, but I think it does show the types of things we were doing, and I think if people had the time and maybe allow people to have the time to look at some of the individual things, it would be kind of interesting. So, appreciate it. I'll turn it back to whoever.
Good evening, Susan Petroni. I'm the co-chair of the 325th committee. I want to thank the committee for all the work they did on this, especially the historical committee. I especially want to thank our facilities department. They dug this up a couple of weeks ago, and they dug it up a couple of weeks ago because it took 3.5 hours to find it. It was not exactly underneath the marker. And so on purpose, it was kind of a joke. The mayor's like, we're going to start this at 6 and we're going to dig it up. And I was like, no, we've already pre-dug it up. We do not want to be sitting here at 9:30 p.m. looking for it still. A couple of things I just want to mention for upcoming. As it was mentioned, we are going to bury a new time capsule. The first one is going to be open 25 years from now, and we do not know where it's going to be buried. And that is because on October 4th, the city is having its first ever Framingham Day, which we're calling Framingham Fest. And we're going to have a mascot competition with all the schools. And the winner of the mascot competition is where the time capsule will be buried. So we're very excited about the mascot competition. I bet the high school is already cheering on, but we're also expecting the Dunning Pandas and the Hemingway Tigers and the McCarthy Meerkats to be competing, but all the schools are competing with the mascot.
Hemingway.
October 4th, as I mentioned, is our Framingham Fest. It is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Framingham Center Common. And another way that you can get involved in the committee is we're going to have a People's Choice voting contest for an item to go into the time capsule. There'll be 3 items on display, and at Framingham Fest, you can vote on which item you would like to have buried into the time capsule. Tonight, you can also be a part of what may will go in the time capsule. There are postcards in the back near the food, and you can fill out the postcards and select. Some of the postcards will go in, but the other ones will be on display. And finally, in regards to display, all of these items are on display tonight. If you want to look at them, we ask that you put on gloves. And then we're going to have an exhibit where we'll have these all on display for the public and the community to come visit.
Exhibit.
And now I'm going to turn it over to Anna for one final performance.
Thank you so much, Susan and Councilor King and Mayor Sisitsky for the grand unveiling. Now to close us out for the evening, I'm very excited to invite musicians from Framingham High School for 2 very appropriate songs to close us out.
I just want to say thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, thank you. We love you, man. We love you. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, 'cause the times, they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times, they are a-changing. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Young mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will be later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will be later be last, for the times they are a-changing.
And the final song is a very special song entitled Framingham that was actually written in 1975 for the 275th anniversary, performed again by Framingham High School.
We dug this out of the Time Capsule. Land of old New England, that cradles Framingham, with all its natural beauty, tradition and culture stand, from Corbinville to the sky, the kingdoms unite, together. Sunny side, the home of friendly people will make you feel warm inside. From Walkerville to Danforth, where brave men made their stand, we're side by side and full of pride in our town of Framingham.
Have a great night, and we'll see you on October 4th at Framingham Fest.
That's that then. Thanks for watching.